Are you having a hard time with math? Need a little help? Well, you've came to the right place.
Somebody help me with this math.
Personalized math tutoring is the solution.
Fort Bend Tutoring.
Mr. Witt.
Hello, everybody. This is Mr. Witt, Larry Whittington with Fort Bend Tutoring. And it's December 1st, 2012. And I would like to tell everybody what's going on. It's Christmas time, Hanukkah time. It's math time, ladies and gentlemen. And this is another episode of Fort Bend Tutoring News for December 2012. Let's dig in, ladies and gentlemen. First, let's check it out. It's December 2012 FBT News, and this is some fan art. That's right. This is from Claire. What's up, Claire? So she was going ahead and she drew that out, so I had to have it, and I said I was going to use it in my video. So there it is, Claire. Hope you like your work, Ladybug. Anyway, that's what's going on with that, ladies and gentlemen. And let's go ahead and dig into the news for Fort Bend Tutoring for December 2012. First of all, ladies and gentlemen, I would like for you to take advantage of the winter break. What do I mean by that? I mean that, hey, you're going to have some time off from school. I understand that. Especially if you're in college, you probably have a month off. Go ahead and be wise about strategizing your time during the break. For instance, if you're in high school and the semester isn't over quite yet, in other words, you finish when you guys get back to school in January, well, you can ask your teacher for any makeup assignments that you may have or any extra credit assignments that you can do over the break that'll help bring up your grade. So that's always a good thing to do. Ask your teacher for more work so that you can improve your skills. Also, it may turn out that it also will improve your grade. So check on that. Also, ladies and gentlemen, as a reminder, Fort Bend Tutoring will be tutoring during the break. That's right. So, Mr. Witt, oh yeah, I'll be doing some math over the break, ladies and gentlemen. So, go ahead and take advantage of our opportunities, especially if you're not in the Houston, Texas, Sugar Land, Missouri City, Texas area. You can go ahead and take advantage of the opportunities that we have on FaceTime. So no matter where you are in the world, if you have internet connection and you have an Apple product, then we can go ahead and get that tutoring session underway. Just check out our website at www.tutoringmath.net. That's right. And you can go ahead and hook up our FaceTime tutorial sessions there. All right. So those are really fun, ladies and gentlemen, because we get to see eye to eye. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to strengthen your foundation, get caught up, or if you're in college, you can actually get your math textbook and start working ahead of time. That way, when you go into the spring semester, you already are aware of some of the math concepts and have also been practicing over the winter break prior to your class beginning, ladies and gentlemen. So that's right. Be proactive. Yeah. And we have the skills and the ability to help you do just that. So number one, yeah, for FBT News, take advantage of the winter break. Practice your math, build your foundation, and get ahead over the winter break. That's right. Time is of the essence, ladies and gentlemen. All right. So that's number one. Let's check out the next thing on the agenda. The next thing I wanted to tell you about, ladies and gentlemen, all right, is the Scientific Graphing Calculator app by William Jakush. All right, Jakush. I apologize if I mispronounce the name, but there it is. This guy here, he has a pretty cool app that I'm going to show you, all right? It's a universal app, meaning that you can use it on your iPhone or you can use it on your iPad or any of your iOS devices, and it's pretty set up, pretty cool, you know what I'm saying? All right, now I will say that the interface could be a little bit better for just typing in simple calculations. For instance, if I have 78 here, and if you're not aware, ladies and gentlemen, this asterisk is the multiplication symbol. So it'll look like that. Okay, so here if I say 78 times 77, notice how it comes out right here. You know, many people would expect for it to be way up here in all of this area so that you can see clearly what you're typing in. It's over here in the right. So that interface could be a little better, I will admit, ladies and gentlemen, but there you go. Bam, it goes ahead and makes it big up here, and you can see a history of your previous operations. So if you're used to scientific calculators and that doesn't bother you much, so be it. But that's not the coolest thing about this app, ladies and gentlemen. The coolest thing about this app is at the bottom here, because you have all these options. For instance, we can go ahead and set up some equations, ladies and gentlemen. So let's check it out. I can set up a basic equation. All right. Let's just say that I want to set up one that says 5x, all right, minus 9. All right. I'll just save that. So notice right here I have the equation that I just typed in, that 5x minus 9. And at the bottom, I have an option to see the graph, ladies and gentlemen. So I have the graph here, and there it is. There's my graph. And notice at the top it says, hey, this is the graph that you're looking at. So that's pretty cool because it's a really good graphing calculator app. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't want to tote around a calculator, you already have your iPad with you, go ahead and do just that. Let's also check out something else. Let's say that I wanted to do a trig function. All right. So let's say I want to just look at the sine function. We'll make it interesting. We'll say 2, and then I can go to trig. There's a button for trig there, and I'll click on sine, and so it fills in sine for me, and I'm just going to say 2 sine x and call it a day. All right, so I'm going to save that there, and it goes back and shows me that that's what I typed in. So at the bottom, once again, I'm going to show that I'm going to click on my graph, and notice that I have my sine function right there on the graph, and notice that at the top it has my 2 equations. And then it's color coordinated based on the equation. So the red equation is in red, the blue equation here is in blue. And on top of that, you can use your multi-touch gestures, ladies and gentlemen. And for instance, I can manipulate the graph. So if I want to show more of the range in there, or more of the domain, I can manipulate it that way. So there's a lot of, I can zoom in doing that. Yeah. So there's different things that I can do to manipulate the graph. And that, ladies and gentlemen, you definitely can do on your Texas Instrument calculator, right? So that's pretty cool. All right. Not only that, ladies and gentlemen, it gives us reference tables here. All right, so you can have some notes within the app, and it gives you your XY chart. It also gives you a table. So notice that I have 2 equations, so it gives me 2 lines of values for my Y. And it even has a triangle solver, ladies and gentlemen. So those of you in trig that are having difficulty figuring out your sides and angles in trigonometry or other classes that you may have, you can use this triangle solver. So all you have to do is provide a few pieces of information in there, and it will solve the triangle for you. This is a good way to check your work, ladies and gentlemen. Not only that, it has it for linear equations, quadratic equations, and cubic equations. It'll solve the equation for you. This is an excellent way to check your work, ladies and gentlemen, especially if you don't have all the answers in the back of the book. Most textbooks will have the odd answers in the back of the book, but not the even. So if you want to check your work when you're preparing for a test or doing your homework, you can definitely check your work that way using these different calculators here. It even has a matrix calculator, ladies and gentlemen, so that's really cool. All right, so using the matrix calculator, you can go ahead and define that, and you can input your values here, ladies and gentlemen, using the matrix calculator. So I thought overall this is an excellent app, especially if you don't have anybody to guide you through the problems, ladies and gentlemen. So that helps out, especially for you college students. Hey, you need to know if you're preparing for your test correctly. You can also use this in high school, of course. So that's a universal app, the Scientific Graphing Calculator. So you can check that out in the App Store. Yeah, and download that. And it's not even that much. I don't think it was that much at all. No, not that much. So definitely worth it, ladies and gentlemen. So check that out. All right, let's move ahead. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the next thing that I want to talk about is, and this is the last thing, by the way. Oh, yeah, it's the last thing. That your worst enemy in math, ladies and gentlemen, speed. That's right. Slow down, ladies and gentlemen. Take your time. I understand a lot of you guys, especially during a test or a quiz, are always stressing about the time. Well, I always have a saying that works every time, and that is, a fast, wrong answer doesn't do anybody any good. So slow down. Make sure you're paying attention to the directions first and foremost, and also that you're following out the full process. It's not a good idea to always skip steps or try to do everything in your head. Go ahead and show your work. That not only tells your instructor that you know what you're doing, and some of them give partial credit, but also it guides you through the problem, ladies and gentlemen. Write out your formulas, take your time, ensure that you're getting an accurate answer. Remember, mathematics is an exact science. So take your time, show all your work, and then that's when you'll have an opportunity to do a lot of repetition. Your speed will increase, ladies and gentlemen, after you've done a lot of problems. But the first thing you want to do is make sure you have your process done correctly. So I'm asking you to slow down. Slow down, ladies and gentlemen, when you're working out your math problems, to make sure that you're accurate. A fast, wrong answer is not going to help anybody. So slow down. All right, ladies and gentlemen? Good. So this is going to be, pretty much all I needed to talk about, ladies and gentlemen, for the December Fort Bend Tutoring News. So, as always, hey, Merry Christmas, ladies and gentlemen, for all of you going to be celebrating Christmas like me. Merry Christmas and Happy Hanukkah. Hey, Happy Ramadan. Ramadan just passed a few months ago, but hey, it is what it is. Celebrate, have faith, love your family, and all that good stuff. And always come back and check out us again at Fort Bend Tutoring, ladies and gentlemen. So, check it out. We got that present right there at Fort Bend Tutoring. Check me out. There's Cap over there. So everybody here at Fort Bend Tutoring is wishing you and your family happy holidays, and we'll see you on the flip side, ladies and gentlemen, on a happy new year 2013. So God willing, you'll be there with us. Take care. Peace.